How's it going? I'm not in my room. Come on, natural lighting. Oh, I have to keep this way.
You don't have to, but...
Welcome to episode 5 of Indigenous, where you can explore Native and Indigenous cultures from around the world with me. And we are specifically looking at Indigenous ideas of gender. Why are we doing this? Because non-binary and transgender people around the world are still facing discrimination because of their gender expression. Gender expression that has been understood by these Native people since before colonization and before Westerners and Christianity tried to take over the world. Is that too dramatic? No, really, they tried to take over the world. Not bitter about it or anything. Also, today we have a special guest because we are talking about Samoa, and specifically the terms fa'afafine and fa'afatama. I called in a friend, so here he is.
Ta-da! What? I just magically appeared.
Oh.
Hold on, my phone's not off.
How dare you?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi.
So first we'll let Ryan introduce himself, and then we'll talk a little bit about Samoa generally, and then we'll get to the gendered terms. So, who is you?
Hi, I'm Ryan. I am a podcaster and Instagram model. And I happen to be Samoan, which is why I was called here. Tokenism.
Okay, let's calm down. Also, you'll be... Okay, stop doing that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? You'll be interested to know that this YouTube channel exists because 3 years ago, Ryan looked at me and he said,
"You should be a YouTuber."
and I was like, me?
Boy, was I wrong.
Okay. And here we are. What a full circle moment. It's more like a hexagon, but okay.
Oh my god, Louis.
Can you tell us a little bit about Samoa generally, like the location, a little bit about the language, and then maybe the diaspora?
That's a lot. Samoa is an island nation in the South Pacific, about the same distance from Hawaii to California, but south. So like from Hawaii downwards, that distance would be Samoa. The language there is rooted in Austronesian languages, which includes different languages like, well, all the Polynesian languages, but also things like Filipino, the languages of Malagasy people in Madagascar as well. All of those are rooted together in Austronesian.
Wow, look at you, a linguist. Oh, and then also diaspora, that's a great vocabulary word.
Oh, diaspora, yes.
Where are some of the major places that we can find centers of Samoan communities around the world?
Outside of Samoa itself, some of the bigger hubs for the Samoan community are New Zealand, South Auckland.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no!
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! All right.
Wellington. In North America, Washington State, Arizona, Utah, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Usually places that are still relatively close to the Pacific.
Gotcha. And Hawaii here? Yeah.
Yeah, Hawaii counts too.
Hello. Oh my god, let's try and have a conversation in Samoan. Hey, you wanna saw back to my fale for some ulu?
No. I don't.
Okay, that's all I know. So let's go through these gendered terms. You can tell me the Samoan words and then I'll do the English. First we have
Tama.
which is man, and then we have
Fa'afine.
which is woman, and then we have
Fa'afafine.
which is a non-binary person, or how would you describe a person who is fa'afafine?
A fa'afafine person is someone that is sort of caught between two genders or that navigates both equally. Something that's similar to it in Western culture is like trans identity or non-binary, like you said. So it's usually men that are quite feminine or dress like women or fulfill gendered duties that are female in society.
And then on the reverse of that, there's also the biological women who express male gender, and the term for that is
Fa'afatama.
And as we've seen before, there's less research, less stories, less
Discourse.
discourse on that specific gender as well. So we have that little prefix fa'a, and what does that mean in Samoan?
Either the way or in the manner of. So a word like fa'afafenge is kind of like in the manner of a woman or in the way that a woman behaves or acts. Same for fa'afatama, or for other words like fa'a Samoa, which is the Samoan word for, well, Samoan.
Right. Isn't that amazing? Language is just so clear in some places. This language and these concepts have existed in Samoan culture for thousands of years, since before colonization. To your knowledge, people who are fa'afafenge or fa'afatama, what kind of lives do they live today?
Well, for fa'afafenge people, I think they generally live pretty happy, maybe even successful lives. I mean, generally in the Samoan culture, fa'afafenge people are accepted and appreciated for things that they are the best at in our culture, like dance, art, comedy really is a big one too, things like that. But it's not the same case for people that are like fa'afatama, because, I mean, fa'afatama individuals are very insular and really quite elusive, which I think lends into why there's not that much written about them.
Also insular. And then what have been some of the biggest external influences on Samoa today? I feel like it's a little bit different than maybe Hawaii or Aotearoa or Tahiti, because these are such huge hubs of tourism in the Pacific. And I mean, there's still tourism in Samoa, but it's just a little bit of a different place than those other three that I just mentioned. But there's also still been some pretty colonizing effects on Samoa, would you say?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, do you want me to say more?
Please.
One of the biggest effects that colonialism has had is the introduction of Christianity as a religion, because Christianity sets up such rigid boundaries about the way that people act, the way that people express themselves, especially in terms of gender or sexuality. That has been sort of the most oppressive thing to enter the Pacific, I think.
Ooh, there it is! Yeah, we've seen that throughout most of the videos we've done so far, is that religion, Christianity, even in Indonesia, it's not Christianity, but it's Islam, these kinds of types of, these rigid religious structures. These rigid religious structures are kind of what hurts these other gender expressions. One of the most well-known but also problematic anthropologists to study gender was Margaret Mead in the 1920s, and she picked Samoa. I mean, she was problematic, but my point in bringing her up is here's Samoa just minding their own business, living their indigenous lives with their indigenous understandings of gender, and Westerners have... So, Westerners... What?
Why can't you get the line?
We can see that Westerners have always been aware of indigenous conceptualizations of gender. So, my question is, why in the modern West, 100 years later, are non-binary and transgendered people still marginalized?
We want to know why.
We want to know?
I don't know. Tell us.
We don't have people been studying indigenous gender for all these years.
Looking at you, America.
Hello world, are you listening?
Samoa just shows us another indigenous society that can show us the way.
You're really gonna put "show us" twice in one sentence?
What?
Samoa shows us another indigenous society that can show us the way.
Okay, you know what?
Just
I didn't know I
saying.
came here to be critiqued.
I'm just saying. You don't have a script editor, obviously.
Shut your face! To show us the way. That's Samoan, right? Not Tongan? Is that?
That's Tongan.
Oh, my bad.
Tongans do their hands like that.
Can you do
Samoans are like it's very like beautiful hands, like.
Oh.
No, that's not it. I'm not a dancer. Don't put that in there.
Okay, no slap.
I'm not a dancer.
No.
Lee. Alright.
And I think that's it. So everybody say thank you, Ryan. And pu'u le polo I lalo le lao lao. Oh!
Yeah, I don't know what
You
that
like
was
that?
either. He did not like that.
That's literally the only sentence in Samoan I know. Put the ball
Put the ball on the...
under the table. That's like, I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that, so I just like saying
I don't think that's right.
Ooh.
Ku'u.
Pu'u.
Ku'u.
Cool.
Cool.
I thought there was...
I don't know.
Also, Ryan has an amazing podcast called Fiapoko Podcast.
Right
and that... Right here.
Are you gonna link it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so Fiapoko in Samoan is a, what's the word for something that's bad?
Know-it-all?
Well, yeah, but it's a disparaging term for someone that kind of behaves that they, in a way that,
Got a
So
little angry there.
In Samoan, Fiapoko basically means someone that is a know-it-all. What I have done as a Fiapoko person is I kind of reclaim the word and look at it as a way of allowing other people in our culture to speak about issues that normally people would not accept. I do this show with my mom, who is a boomer, I guess, and me, who's a millennial, and we unpack and examine different Pacific Island issues, like gender, like we talked about today. We just sort of do it so that other people can listen to these issues being talked about and sort of tease out their own opinions. And hopefully they draw a conclusion that's similar to what we think. Because our thoughts are the most important.
Obviously. It's really good, and you should check it out. You can find it on Apple Podcasts.
And Spotify.
And Spotify. That's where I listen to it. And he also has a YouTube channel, and we're really hoping that Sister Mary Clarence over here will upload soon. It's been a minute.
It's very hard. I've been working on a direction, so it'll happen.
Okay. But anyways, that's it. So if you guys want the worksheet that goes along with this video with the extra vocabulary, yeah, there's a worksheet. Listening practice, hello. Then just email me. The email is in the description below. And I will get that to you with the answer document and a separate document. Okay, see you guys next time. Can't wait. Bye. Wait, can Louis say bye? Oh my god, he's so cute. Say bye, Louis. Bye. See you later. Oh, I love you.
Wait, just let it be you guys at the end.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Ta-da!